All right, we've got another match here between Ryan and Ken. This time it is a race to 9. We're doing 8, 9, 10. Rotating. That means that we play a game of 8 ball, then a game of 9 ball, then a game of 10 ball. I won the coin flip and got the first break. Doesn't look super open here. Did I make a ball? Looks like I did not make a ball. Yeah, there's still 15 balls on the table. Ken doesn't have a great shot here. I think he goes for the 7-1 combo here, which I think if it was me, I'd maybe take the 7 in the side, take my chances off the 4. But I can't blame Ken here. He really doesn't have a lot. See how he does. He's called the 1 ball, and yeah, just the 11's a real big ball there. Real tough to get by, leaving me a pretty open table here. Looking at it. What do I choose here? That 1 ball and 11 look pretty trapped, although that 1 ball, it looks like I can bounce it out of the way with a 9 ball there. Come off the rail, hit the 1, 9 ball in the pocket. So that might be what I determine here. Looking at stripes, once that 1 ball's out of the way, 10 goes in the side. All 3 other balls go in the bottom right corner. And I think I'll use that 9 to bump that 1 out of the way. With how close the 1 is to the rail there, you can hit this bat in a few different ways, and I'm pretty sure the 9's still gonna go. I hit it pretty well here though. Just pop that 15 in the bottom right, 9 off the rail, off the 1. Yeah, just an easy shot there, and clears up the pocket. Imagine I go from the 11 to the 10 here, sliding over to the right. Okay, it looks like I got a good angle there. Not too straight in. Looks like I can hit the kind of top right rail there, just above the pocket. Roll forward a little bit. Have a nice angle on the, what is that, 14 down there? I believe that's a 14. Probably slide forward, try and get an angle a little bit on the 13. Maybe kind of bounce off the rail, end up by the little below the 2 ball there. Slid over a little bit more than I expected, but should be fine. Should just be able to either come up between the 5-6 or spin it over to the rail. Looks like I chose to spin it over to the rail and have a decent angle here. I would have liked to just stop it and shoot the 8. This is going to push me too far out the left rail there. So yeah, I just had to play some bottoms with a little bit of spin and then attempt to back cutter there in the side. And it looks like Ken gave that one to me. I break again here, switching to 9 ball. Get it off the 8 ball spot. Remember to break from the rail. And there's Kira the Wonder Dog looking for attention. I either didn't notice her or ignored her, poor dog. Nice break from me there. Cue ball didn't touch a rail. Kind of got a decent kick. I have a tough back cut here, and I seem to always scratch when I go for that. I don't know if it's available in the top right. That's probably the better shot. Just marking down the games over there. Yeah, typically I'd be a little bit more comfortable with the back cut here, but it doesn't provide as good a shape. Yeah, I went with the back cut and I missed it. Just did not fully commit. I'm not sure if Ken can see the left side of the 1 here and chip it in. If he can, he should just be able to bring it off the rail pretty easily down to the 2. If not, you might try a little swerve, and if not, then maybe just bump it off the rail and bring the cue ball up table. Maybe he goes for the bank here even. Yeah, the bank looks like it's on. That might be what he's going for. Yeah, he went for it, but he just caught a little bit thick. Looks like just a little 2-rail kick off the top left side and then the top rail there. Hoping for a kick and stick, but on a 2-railer like this, I'll take just moving the 1 ball up the table, keeping cue ball down there, or vice versa. Caught it thin, but not a very good result. Ken's got a straight in 1, easy cut on the 2. I imagine he's, the natural angle he has on the 2 takes him to 3, center table, 3 to the 4, 4 to the 5. No 5, actually, I was mistaken. 7-4 to the 5 there. 4 to 6 off the rail out. Yeah, it looks like he's out here. Just has to put this one in the middle of the table. Oh, he pulled it over that way and took the other angle, which is also fine. This one got to play a little bit tighter shape. I think he's probably trying to hit it firm, bounce off the rail between the 4 and the 6 here, spin it back out enough to give him an angle to go 4 in the corner, off the rail, and 6 in the side. Oh, he just bumped the 6 there just as well. And now the cue ball will carry us out into the middle of the table, straight in on the 6. Should be able to get good shape on the 7 from there. Ken playing a little bit quick here. Usually he's pretty methodical, but with a layout like this, he's not much to think about. Yeah, got himself nice and straight. Have a good angle on that 8. Probably just stop it, maybe slide over a little here. Oh, I brought it back a touch. Yeah, it makes it a little easier, a little closer, and just maintain that good angle. Should just be a nice stop shot off the side rail and out for the 9 in the same pocket. Perfect there. And that looks like, yeah, that's 1-1. Nice break from Ken there. Kind of got a bit of a kick with the 2 ball. Had stalled the cue ball pretty good in the center table there. Shape on the 3 is a little bit tight. He can go above the 5 there, maybe play a little closer to the left rail to guarantee the 3. But getting the right angle with the 6 ball sitting right there can be a little bit difficult. Yeah, he gave himself the perfect angle with a little bit inside there to come off that bottom rail and kind of slide right into position. I imagine he goes 2 rails here, but maybe just 1, probably 2 and bounce out. Oh, just 1 rail out like that, and overhit that one a little bit. I don't think he's got the cut available there. I think he's going to be kicking at it. He's probably called the bottom right here, I assume. And that was a reasonable attempt at it. And he's returned to safety here. I think I just don't think about this too much. Clip the left side. Probably should have taken a little bit more time. Might have been a safety available, but I'll take what I get there. I think I had a little bit of that in my head, what I ended up with here. Not exactly sure what I was thinking there, but it ended up working out. Now Ken loves to pull out the jump cue. I imagine that's why he's taking a minute here. This is game 2. He just got to my house, so I don't think he's put his jump cue together yet. Yeah, there it is. He's got that new Zach jumper he bought a little while ago. By the way, Zach is a great cue maker. I believe he's on Vancouver Island. Know quite a few people that play with his cues. and play well with them. Zach has many tournament wins with his cues out there. And yeah, I just didn't quite get over the 5. And with the 10 sitting there and the 3, that's just a real big ball, easy combo. So I think I'm gonna take that. There we go, right in the center. That puts me up 2-1. Let's move on to game 4 here. Back to 8 ball. Ooh, a little too much tops on that for me, but the cue ball stuck in a nice spot there. Made a couple balls. Looks like one solid, one stripe. I think all the stripes are available. That 4 ball's a little tough, but if I got the right angle on the 7, I could probably bump that 4 ball. Maybe take that 1, roll forward a little bit, and then play a little bottoms on that 7. See if I can bump the bottom of that 10 to push the 4 up. The only real problem with doing that is I don't have a great shot afterwards. So if I'd have to go off the 7, off the rail, off the 10, slide out for the 2, and hopefully get that bump on the 4 I'm looking for. It looks like I'm taking the oh, none of those things are true. Looks like I just decided to go with stripes there. Yeah, I remember I decided to play it this way and try and bump that 10 out of there. Same idea. Unfortunately did not hit it real well. Yeah, looking at it, I could try and force the 15 into the 410. That's probably not going to work too well. Or I could play this 14 and then try and get it off the 11, which looks like what I'm trying to do. And ooh, looks like I played that absolutely perfect, but got like a slight roll at the end there. Gonna be a lot tougher to get out with this sort of shape. I think, yeah, I've got to try and do something. I don't want to get all my balls off the table and get stuck on that 10. Yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant here because even that 4 is a little close. Maybe I go 15 and then try and bank the 10. Let's see here. And a long straight shot on the 3, yeah. Looks like I tried to play safe on that one. And he missed the 3, but didn't leave me a whole lot. I don't want to separate that 4 and the 10. I'd rather make him do it. I think, just looking at this, knowing how I play, I'm probably going to hit the 11, try and put him below the 3 as best I can. I don't really see another shot here. I could maybe push the 11 over by the 5 and 8 and then just leave him center table, but Ken's a good enough player, he'd be able to break those out. Yeah, it looks like what a bad shot. That's kind of halfway. I needed to commit to one or the other. I think he's going to start on the 5 here and try and give himself a nice angle on the 7, I think, maybe. Yeah, that looks like what he's going to try and do. I think he can basically stop her against the 8 there. Yeah, just roll forward, give himself the perfect angle. Bump the 8 nicely, put the 4 in front of the pocket, and yeah, I imagine as long as he has a shot after this, he should be okay. Yeah, he's got the 3 ball. Yeah, it looks like he just puts a 3 ball in here, ends up at that end of the table, maybe center table, try and put the 1 in. No, he's just gonna put the 4 on the side. Got himself in a little bit of trouble here though. 1 goes in the corner, no problem. Yeah, that's just fine. I pop the 1 in the corner. I don't know if he's gonna try and get good angle on the 2 here. That's what I like to do. Leave myself the 4 in case it doesn't work out and try and get a good angle on the 2 again. Nah, he's just gonna play 1 in the corner and then pop the 4 on the side and probably bring the cue ball across here, I think. Maybe you can just draw it a touch and leave it kind of near there. I think he has a preference for hitting it a little. Yeah, he wants to bring it all the way across, hit a little harder. That's a more comfortable stroke. And back cut this and either put the 8 in the same pocket or 8 in the side, right where he's at, right there. Imagine the 8's going in the same corner. Oh, no. He's used reverse to kind of stop it a bit there and has a shot in the opposite side. Those are giant side pockets. It looks like the 10's in the way, but that's maybe a quarter of the pocket. Which means he probably still has something like 4 inches, 4.5 inches to shoot at. And I quickly told Kira to go give him a kiss while he's down on his shot. Good girl, Kira. There she is. Oh yeah, I had to go give him that kiss. She's still learning how to wait for the backstroke, but we'll get her there. And yeah, lucky shot, Ken. Off the 10, come on, buddy. That's a good shot. All right, 9 ball, and Ken was soft breaking. He was putting the 1 exactly in that spot every time. You'll see a few more of his 9 ball breaks as we go here. Yeah, I don't like the soft break as much, being that it always kind of leaves a little cluster there that can be difficult to work through at the end of the rack. Or at least this time it has, but there always seems to be a little group there. Should be able to get across and back, I think. Yeah, he's not going to get back though. It's a reasonable attempt, but kind of ended up on top of it there. And we're always laughing and joking about something, so let's see. Yeah, he's gonna, looks like maybe a safety here. Skim off the left side of the 2, try and not touch it at all. Bring the cue ball to the opposite end of the table. See if you can keep that 2 hidden underneath the 6, 7, 8, 9 there. Yeah, that's what he elected to do. And yeah, he's blocked it all. Use the 4 there nicely as well. Again, just an easy 2-rail kick. This one's pretty standard where the 2's hitting should be just below the middle diamond on the bottom left rail on the left side there. Oh, looks like it was just above. Almost managed to kick that one in, but we'll see if Ken can finish this one up. This one's no gimme with the way the 7-8's sitting. Oh, there we go. He dealt with it there a little bit. Now I believe the 7 goes in the bottom right. Yeah, he's made that a lot easier, but there's still going to be some fine maneuvering in there. A little straighter probably than I'd like to be on this 5 ball. But shouldn't be too much trouble. He's just got to kind of hit it hard. He's maybe coming out 3 rails left. Oh, just one rail. Yeah, that's a good stroke. Oh, and he's okay there. A little bit of a back cut. This can be a little bit difficult to get on the 7. I like trying to hit it with a little bit of bottoms and kind of come parallel when I hit that rail and then spin off to the bottom rail and then spin back out to the left side. Just load her up with lefts, tiny bit of bottom, and just try and spin her out to near the side pocket there. And looks like he was trying to go straight across rather than spin it, and he's missed the cut. Left me a little bit long and difficult here. I think the cut was there, but I just didn't feel comfortable with it. The way the 7 is sitting, I didn't think I could get back on it very easy up and down the table. But the safety is also difficult at this distance because I want to kind of play a stop shot off the left side of the 6 and kind of come up between the 7, 8, 9 there. But the problem is trying to maintain that backspin so it's sliding into the 6 ball at a slow speed. It would be maximum English. So I think I kind of let it drift out with right, and then let it sneak up behind the 7 and ended up with a pretty good shot there. A little bit lucky though, that shot is more difficult than it looked. It had to be good amount of bottom spin, perfect amount of left spin to stun off the rail there. I got a little bit lucky to be able to execute it that well. And he's pretty tight to the 9, but he does have the 1 rail. And I think he went to remove that stencil, but the 7 ball's sitting on there. Yeah, it's a tough kick. Ooh, maybe he doesn't have that rail. Maybe, he has to go off the bottom rail. It was a little tighter than I thought. Still gets a nice hit there. But he leaves me a pretty good shot and a perfect angle to get on the 7. A little bit scared of the side pocket, so I'm going to play it above the pocket. This is the type of shot where I hit like a nice crisp shot with bottoms and watch it just slide right into that side pocket. So I'm going to kind of let it, not necessarily like a pure stop shot, but we'll see here. Just try and get up by that diamond just above the pocket. Yeah. And then here, it's sitting a little bit funny. That 7 and 9 I don't think is quite on for them to both go. I could hit the 7 thin, gone for the 9. I think I made a mistake there. What happened there was the just trying to negotiate the 7 and the 8 instead of just paying full attention, making sure I make the 7 and maybe taking a little tougher shot on the 8. I lost focus a little bit on the pocket and tried to concentrate too much on having nice shape on the 8, which I was successful at. That's pretty good, but unfortunately means nothing unless you make the 7. So just always got to remember pocketing the ball's the most important thing. If you adjust and think about shape after you're down, or if you change your shot, just make sure you readjust and prioritize pocketing the ball. That's a bad mistake, but a easy one to make in that spot. Looks like he's going to try and bank, but that looks like a double kiss to me, being that close to the rail. Well, nah, it looks like he could pass it. And he gets the 2 railer. Yeah. Not the greatest shape on the 8, but with our giant side pockets, he should not have too much trouble here, just pocketing it, sliding below the 9. I don't know, maybe he does it. I don't think he can get above the 9. Ken's real good at taking a minute and focusing on the difficult shots. Ooh, yay. Huh. Yeah, he tried to push the rail spin back out instead of taking the more difficult 9, which I can understand. If that 9's real close to the rail, sometimes those side pocket points jump out and get you. So you didn't want to take that risk. And I believe this is one of my worst shots of the day. I should have, if I play this correctly, I probably play it with bottom lefts or bottom right off the right or left side of the ball, come around 2 rails and have a decent shot at the 9. I try and draw straight back, but I was a little bit in my head about hitting it too pure and getting in the side, so I got my head a little bit and then just hit it very poorly. And then the bank again, that's one of those times, like, I should take a lesson from Ken there and kind of take a minute, look at it from every angle, but I just got down and shot it right away, and that's a bank that looks a little bit difficult, but I should be able to make that. And Ken's not going to miss a straight in 9 there ever. On to game 6. Back to 10 ball, and Ken hit that perfect enough to get both the balls below the 1 in the sides, and both corner balls went around, 1, 2, 3, 4 rails, I think. 4 or 5 rails on those bottom corner balls, and he got both of those. You can't hit it more square than that. 4 ball break. Unfortunately, no good shot on the 1. And the thing is, he brought the cue ball to where you want to bring it. Usually the 1 ball is going to kind of be in that bottom corner there. But just didn't roll far enough for him this time. Yeah, he's looking at the 1 rail kick into the side. Tough to get shape on the 4, even if you hit this perfect. Ooh, rough. That's probably, well, I mean, I don't know, maybe Ken feels a little bit more comfortable with that 4 ball, but I'd be happier with this result than pocketing it. Oh, there's a little bit of butt crack. Trying to eliminate that, but looks like I did not have a belt on that day. All right. Yeah. Give him ball in hand here. And where that 5 is sitting a little bit funny. Yeah, that's a great shot. He's just gonna put the 1 in off the 5. But it was sitting so close to the knuckle on that pocket that he's a little bit afraid of it. It is possible to hit it and still hit the knuckle. So he's just really checking it out here, deciding if that's the shot he actually wants to shoot. It is a little bit scary. Nah, he changed his mind. Yeah, it's just that 5 ball's not quite sitting in a great spot. And got himself a nice angle here on the 4. I think he's decided probably to go below the 5 here on the right hand side and just shoot it up in the corner. Come out nicely for the 7. Or 6 down there, I guess. Hit that one a little wide, but it went in no problem. Yeah, it's a little bit of a tough shot. I really got to give this one a nice stroke. Nice thing is you don't have to even think about shape. You make this ball, you're going to have the 6 ball no matter what. Get a little bit outside, but hit it perfectly there. Just probably top through, end up center table. Yeah. Right almost dead center, and then again, just top through. End up in a similar spot, maybe a little higher. I didn't take a lot of risks there. Left himself a little long, but Ken's not afraid of those long shots at all. I imagine this will go right in the heart. Oh, well, it's not my birthday, but if he wants to give me one, I'll take it. Although it's a little bit long for me. I think I slopped this thing in there. Again, probably shooting a little too quick. Yeah. Alright, tied 3-3. On to game 7. Back to 8 ball. Again, just getting a little bit too much tops on that cue ball. Made a couple ones. Oh, looks like I made 2 stripes. This one looks somewhat decent. Maybe I try and deal with that problem at the bottom right away. Slide to the bottom there. Try and take the 14. See if I can get an angle to bump that 3 out of there. And yeah, I just came a little bit low here, so I try and force the angle. And end up. Yeah, I tried to cheat the pocket, but just clip the edge of the 12 ball there. Leave him a shot on 4 ball. How's he gonna run this here? That 2-5 doesn't look like a big deal. 3 balls, probably the only little bit of trouble he has. If it's me, I probably hit this 4, roll forward, and try and get where I can get real comfortable on that 2-5. But we'll see what Ken does here. He might kind of come off the rail for the 7 there. Okay. And, well, gave himself a shot at 3, it looks like. That's not a bad shot at all. Kind of juiced her up. Maybe he didn't get, though. I don't think he got there. We'll see what he does here. I think he's going to have to try and back up. No, he's got a shot at the 3. Oh, yeah. Looks like he's playing safe here, kind of. Yeah, that... you can't put me that close to 2 of my balls and not expect me to lock you up. So, I think I'm just going to jack up, play a stop shot on the 14, and let the cue ball slide 6 inches over and try to freeze to the back of the 12 there. And this is where Ken starts telling me how I'm playing dirty pool. With his safety, he still gave me a couple balls to shoot at. How could I do this to him? It's not fair. And he's right. He's right. We'll see what he's trying to kick at here. If he goes 2 rails, the 3, 6, 7, 2, 5 are all kind of in line. As long as he gets low enough. The 15's not even in the way on the 2 railer. Unless you miss everything completely. It can be hard when you've got to hit the rails so close to where the cue ball is to figure out that angle. I usually try and do this with a bit of left-hand spin and think about the angle I'm hitting at little left and just trust the spin to throw it down there. Although it doesn't look like he has the left side of the ball, so that might make it a lot tougher. And yeah, he came and hit that 15. And here's another mistake from me. I get down on this and I decide I'm just going to shoot the 8 in that pocket. Play the 15, 11, and then like 12, 14. But at the last second, I change my mind and decide, you know what, I could move that 8 and then it'll be available in both pockets. But what I didn't do was move the cue ball, look at the angle again, and I kind of forced the angle, causing myself to miss the 15 there. Again, just a big mental mistake again. And I mean, not the easiest out in the world, but I imagine, yeah, he plays a 2-5 here. Probably maybe leave it short for the 6 or bounce up for the 7. I'm not sure. Maybe just trust that the 2 is going to be there. Play it with a little bottom right. Yeah, that's what he chooses to do. Straight to the 7. Ooh, got a little lucky there. Pushed this 8 across it, but looks like he still has a 7. No problem. Come off the rail down below the 6. Yeah, straight in. Perfect. Well, you'd like a little more angle there. Bounce up to the 15 so we can at least get off the rail. Looks pretty straight here. Ooh, just bounces off the knuckle there, and looks like he's got the space to be able to shoot at that 8. Long, straight, difficult shot, but Ken will probably take an extra minute, wait till he feels confident, and pull the trigger. He's getting down a little quicker, must be real confident. And outside of the pocket, but great stroke. That puts him up 4-3 onto game 8. Alright. Ooh, scratches on the brake there. He had been going with the soft brake. I think he didn't like that cluster I mentioned last time, so he hit a little bit harder this time, but that pulled the cue ball back to the pocket. But if you look, that 1 ball, he is placing that ball there. That ball is going there every single time he breaks. And I have a pretty nice table here. Got myself a little bit straight, but I should be able to, I imagine I get out here. Yeah, strider back to 3. That was a nice stroke there. Straight in line. A little bit funny. The 1 railer looks like it's going to take me to the 7. I could maybe trust to play off the inside of the 7. 2 rails inside of the 7, slide down to the 5. But I sometimes will try and force this 2 rails through the, say, 6 and 8 there, 6 and 9. Looks like that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, and scratches. Yeah, that's the shot I wanted to hit, but just again, a little mental error of hitting a little bit too hard. Wasn't that focused this evening. When Ken called me to play, I think I had 3 beers before he got there, so that's all right though. And imagine here, oh, he's gonna top at 3 with top rights. And he gets per 50-yard line. That's, I guess he'll bottom lefts, put in the bottom corner. There's, oh no, cutting her in the side. Back cut to the side. Off the top rail, left rail, bottom rail, back out for the 7. We'll see what he does. Looks like it's not naturally set up for the top left corner there. Looks like he can Oh no, he's drawing it back up. Oh, went for the bank. Yeah, that's a good shot. That is a good shot. All right, just draw it back here a bit for the 8. Perfect, really good stroke there. Those kind of fine draw shots can be difficult to get exact. Did an excellent job there. Should get easy on the 9 here. And yeah, there we go. All right, good shot. And makes it 5-3 Ken. Going to the 9th game. His break for 10 ball. Again, nice break there. Stalled the cue ball dead center table. That's what you're looking to do. If you leave the cue ball center table in almost any game, you're going to have a shot at most of the balls. 9 ball and 10 ball, if you see the 1 ball going to a certain area of the table, you can maybe adjust the cue ball a little bit and try and get a shot on that ball. But until you are fine-tuning, you're better off just trying to go for the center table with the cue ball there. All right, he's left me. I kind of want to play safe on this and get behind the 6, but I think actually it would be fine. I think I'd just clip the 6 a little bit but end up behind it, but I don't think that's what I choose to do here. Yeah, I played it not great. Yeah, I think what I tried to do there was I think I was trusting it was going to hit the 9 or the 5 there and kind of leave the cue ball behind the 6 for the safety, but poked right through. Went in the side. Now I left a pretty good shot on the 2, and he tries the bank, didn't get it. And this looks wide open. I hope I get out here, but I guess we'll see. Looks like straight draw for some reason. Oh, just deciding to shoot the. Oh yeah. What a. That's embarrassing. I decided to go for a 3-10 combo down 5-3. I should not be doing that. This run out's pretty easy. Should just be pocketing 3 here, following a little bit. 4 straight in, good angle on the 5, 6 straight in. But I look at this hard combo. The thing is, it wouldn't be that bad if I got the perfect angle, which is what I was trying to do. If you see where the cue was there, if that cue ball was in line with that, it would have been fine. But now trying to back cut, it's a bad shot. Yeah, I hit it real good though. Crazy to get the overcut there, but you could see the stroke wasn't that great either on that one. Just kind of stand up on it right away. Yeah, he's going for the 10 here. He's gonna probably try and hit the bottom rail, spin over with right hand side and clip the 10 ball over. Ends up hitting it a little bit too full. And leaves me a shot here. Probably just chip it past the 9 there. Leave the cue ball below the 7. Oh, that's another. Yeah, that's fine too. Except for I think I left it for him. He just catched a 3 slightly thicker there, but it was a little bit in my head because of the scratch I had on a very similar shot earlier in this set, where I tried that same shot and just put the cue ball straight in the side. So I hit it slightly thinner than I should have there. I need to get that 3 a little bit off the rail. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that 5-6 combo is not set up. I think it goes the outside left of the pocket. So he's either, looks like he's looking at the side. I'm not sure how he plans on getting on the 5. Maybe try and, looks like he's trying to draw. I just took, I just cinched the ball and then probably going to play some sort of safety here. Hopefully he doesn't just kind of chip the 5, move the cue ball across the table, and leave me that bank, because that's about as easy as banks get. I can't imagine he's calling the 6 here, because like I said, it goes way outside the pocket. I can't remember what he does here. Yeah, he tries to... Yeah, that shot was less bad than just committing to giving me the bank. But he got unfortunate with the kiss there. Just need to hit it a little bit softer. I think I have like a dead straight bank here, drawing to the 6. Oh, wow. I can't believe I missed that one again. I think I stood up real quick on it, but... Well, looks like I gave another one away here. A little bit frustrating. Good stroke by Ken, and he draws himself into a safety, and that's what can happen. Sometimes you just got to accept a little bit more difficult shot rather than trying to play to the tiny spot on the table that's optimal shape with a little bit of danger. Sometimes it's just better to eliminate that danger and take the harder 6 ball, which might even give you a harder 7, but yeah, he's not leaving me much, though. I think I would hit the 6 and the 7, trust the 6 to go up table, and then draw off the rail, try and put him behind the 9. Yeah, it looks like what I tried to do there, and I got pretty lucky. The 7 ball coming back across. I was like, that's me pointing at the 7. I was like, I hit it perfect, and then the 7 came within a millimeter of bumping it twice as it went across and back. I did not see that when I was trying to execute that shot. I didn't think about the 7 going there and back at all, and I'm sure a better player would have paid a little bit more attention, but everything still worked out. If I was paying attention, I guess I still would have shot that, because it didn't hit. And I've got him, yeah, real nice lock up here. I don't think he has the 1 rail at it. He's got to go 2 rails minimum. I think he's looking at maybe across the table twice on this one, the old Zephyrin Z shot. But yeah, I don't think he can spin it down and get it. I'm not sure what he called there. Probably top right pocket, I imagine. Looks like he is trying to spin it, but I don't think it's there. Yeah. And... well, easy 4 ball out. But, see if I can get there. And drop the Teom chalk on the floor. No idea why it's round. I've never talked to anybody that appreciates Teom chalk being round. In case Teom's listening, just make it square. It rolls away. There is literally, it doesn't fit other chalk holders. It's the worst option. Just make square chalk. It's better. Your chalk's the best. Make it square. You can buy Pegalion. It's made by Teom, but that's also irritating because it's only about 2/3 of a block, so it still doesn't work that well in other chalk holders. You just end up rubbing the tip against the edge of the chalk holder. Yeah, just nice simple draw back off the rail. Pretty good angle on the 9 here. Just kind of a slight draw, let it cross off the table, and then spin a bit off the rail there and lift itself. Yeah, just like that. Easy shot on the 10. And ooh, that was well outside. Way more outside than any of Ken's shots there. We laughed about it a little bit. Okay, my break 8 ball. Oof. Again, just hitting it with a little bit too much tops that day. Although it looks like I got rewarded this time. Yeah, I feel a mistake coming here again. That 3 ball is the only difficult ball for solids, other than maybe having to break out to make the 8, 11, or 15. So I think I decide to take the 3 here. And I can't remember if I spin it with inside. I think it's a little bit of a difficult shot, so I'm maybe a little less comfortable with inside. So I think I'm maybe straight tops here, straight center ball. Oh, a little bit of draw. Yeah, not a good shot at all. Really not a good shot. Given the stripe in the top right corner there. Don't really see anything else. Maybe a back cut on the 3, which would kind of naturally give you the kick out on the 8. I think I'd have to hit that a little bit too hard though, so I don't like letting the 8 ball run very free. But looks like that's what he's going to try and do. And yeah, see, the 10 ball was down there and blocked the 8, but that 8 was definitely going if the 10 ball wasn't there. But he gave himself a nice shot. As long as that 1 passes a 10, I don't see a ton of trouble down there. Although 7 ball only has the top right pocket there. Probably draw it back for the 7 here, I guess. Oh no. Oh, yeah, I tried to follow up for that 1, and then again, that's probably just a lapse in focus, not a skill level problem there. Just deciding, probably after he decided his drop, probably changed it a bit. Maybe I'll get a little bit closer to the 1, play it a little bit to the right, a little to the left, a little right hand siding, and then yeah, forget to readjust and make the ball you're shooting at. Ken never misses that ball. And looks like I'm playing 14 with straight tops. No, 15 with bottoms, and yeah, it's just it was a tough shot, but bad miss. And I gave him one of his harder balls in the corner there, probably playing 2 to the side. Yeah. And then as he back up for the 7 here, shoot the 7 in the corner, roll down for the 1. I think that's what I like. Or if you have the angle, might prefer just a straight top it through. Yeah, it looks like he's topping it through. Yeah. Ooh, not hard enough. Now he's got a weird outside angle. He's got to come all the way around the table. If he moved that, he hits that, moves the ball 6 inches a foot further there. He's got easy shape on the 1. The one thing you can't do there is leave yourself on the bad side of the 7. Yeah, and that's why. Even if that ball goes, he's got no shot on the 1 ball. And he's left my table's wide open. What is that in the middle of 13 there? What's a green ball? Is that the 14? Yeah, no, that's not the 14. Yeah, that's the 14. 9 ball. Ooh, again, top it through and catch the knuckle. A little bit lucky there, but the layout's so easy. Not going to get punished too hard. Looks like I'm going for the 12 here. Probably just bump the 15 a little touch, yeah. And luckily I got her past the 11. Easy cut on the 11. Try and leave her kind of below the 14 there, just so I can kind of, or what ball is that, the 15? Oof. Actually, no, that's what I played. I decided to play 2 rails out there for the 14 in the side, and then I think I got a perfect angle to roll down for the 15 here. And I think, oh my goodness. Ugh. I think the reason I played that way as well is because if I end up bad on the 15 and I can't make the 14 after with the 7 ball down in that corner, ooh, Ken rolled her in, followed her after the 7. That's a little bit tough. But yeah, the reason I would play the 14 before the 15 there is just to have extra balls on the table if I don't end up with a perfect shape. Maybe not the best excuse, but I will sometimes play the harder shot first so that at least I have a few more balls on the table. In 8 ball, the guy with the most balls on the table is winning. That's just how it works. If you sink all your balls, miss the last one, table's wide open for me, and a lot of poor players can run 7 balls in any order if there's nothing in the way. So it's kind of an all or nothing game. If you're not going to make all your balls, you definitely don't want to make too many of them because they are blockers. They're playing defense for you. I got lucky there. We both made a few poor shots. Back to 9. Nice solid break there. Made the wing ball, the ball below the 1 ball, and ended up with a bit of shape here. Again, this probably shot when I'm not shooting well like I am tonight. Makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Always try and cut it, go there and back across the table. Yeah, hit it poorly. It's just, I'm not seeing the pocket as well as I should. And I think this day I hadn't really played at all either. Usually if I'm going to play a little money match or something, I like to get an hour or two of warm up in. I think I was busy all day this day and just kind of had a few beers with another friend before Ken called. And yeah, Ken's definitely pocketing balls a little better than me. And that was a nice shot there. Can be a little bit nervy at that angle. He just walked up and struck it like it wasn't there. Almost too confident because he didn't wind up on the 3 here. But we'll see. He's going for the jump shot. Jump shot back cut can be difficult. You can get that little... yeah, he didn't get over the 5 there. And 1 less ball for me. And I imagine this should be a pretty easy out. Not sure why I'd shoot in the corner. Probably a little easier to play it in the right side there, top her through a little, but looks like I wanted to play it this way and it worked out just fine. It's a nice firm shot here. Slide over for the 6. And looks like I left myself, it looks like I left myself enough angle. And I like topping this ball through. Some people like to play this with a lot of angle, play 1 rail towards the 8. I like topping it through. Well, looks like I just played at 1 rail. But, yeah. No such thing as a long shot on these 7-foot tables. So just a stop shot, bounce it off the rail, little touch. Straight in on the 9. There you go. And looks like I slopped another one in. Not hitting the center of the pocket at all. Back to 10 ball. And again, you see the amount of topspin I have on there. It's crazy. I do like having a little bit of top so that when it bounces back, it's there to stun it back to the center of the table. But looks like I was hitting it a little bit high that night. Wasn't finding a way to correct, or maybe just wasn't thinking about it. It's that 6-5 here. Quickly grab the ball for Ken there. Now see, I probably just play to the combo here, drop center table, maybe even use that 8 as a target. Yeah, that's pretty good. A little bit bridging over the 8, but the way that 3's sitting, I can't imagine he misses this. If he plays it nice and slow, the 2 ball should just sit there. Perfect, yeah. Couldn't ask for anything better. It's having the 2 come out a little bit like that gives you a lot more options as far as being able to move the cue ball around the table and get a good angle on your next ball. And kind of wouldn't mind it being straight on this, but this angle should be fine. Some guys will just top this to the bottom rail and back out with a little bit of inside. Looks like what he was trying to do there, but lost a bit of focus and missed the 4 ball. You'll notice with both of us, it's always the easy ones. You get yourself out of trouble and then you take a shot for granted and you miss. Really got to focus on every single ball, no matter how easy it is. Nothing's more frustrating than making an incredible shot and then getting in perfect line and then missing the next one because you weren't paying attention. Yeah, it looks like I could just draw off the rail here. Oh, yeah, that was a good stroke. Just decided to kind of snap draw it and then gave myself enough angle to play this with pure tops. Oh, no, looks like I'm going to draw it into position. Yeah, see, that's a good stroke. A little bit more than I wanted. But again, sometimes I had the other one that I hit real bad, so it was a similar shot. So that one I just told myself I wasn't going to hit it bad. And yeah, I got a little bit long on the 9 here, but I think I've got a nice angle to just draw straight back. There we go, stand up. That's what you need to do. A little bit uncomfortable. Get down on the ball, didn't feel it, stood back up, chalk again, start the process over. And there we go. Yeah, nice, well-struck shot there. Just soft draw, good shot on the 10. Aiming a little bit to the outside of the pocket. This one, I think, yeah, that's sort of where I want to be hitting it. A little bit on the outside there. All right, back to 8 ball, my break. Oh, I should cut that out, honestly. That's just shameful and embarrassing. Probably do one of those once every 2 to 3 months. Ugh. Ken's loving it though. Ken is always going for the second ball break with 8 ball. Yeah, great break there. Looks like the stripes are sitting up pretty. If that 15-13 combo goes, 10 ball looks good. 11 goes down the side, 9-14, 8's right in the middle. Kind of mostly dependent on that 15-13 there, I believe. Unless, I mean, you might like to shoot the 4 or the 1 here. I don't like that 6 or... I don't like that 6, but the 7 ball's also not great. Yeah, he's just got to take the tough shot on the 10 to start. And yeah, just played perfectly above. Oh, ow. Now, I might make a mistake here because I didn't think it was open, so I just immediately go for the solids. This would have been an easy rack to win if I was paying attention, took the stripes. I don't think, yeah, I think we're maybe discussing it. And no, we're not. I don't think we're discussing it. I think we're joking about something probably unrelated. I think it's on my own mental mistake here, just not realizing that I can shoot stripes. So in that case, I probably go 1-5, try and bounce up to 6 maybe. Not sure what I do here, but watching this and reviewing it now, I'm definitely going to regret taking solids if that's what I do here, and I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. If I ever shut up. I have no idea what this is about, but I'm clearly distracting myself. Alright. Do I even take ball in hand? I spent too long talking. At this point, do I remember I have ball in hand? Let's see. I don't know what we're talking about here. I probably should edit that out, but spend too much time editing. I'm not going back now. Ooh, maybe I do remember it's open. I do remember it's open. How do I mess this up on the very first shot? What do I do here? Okay. Yeah, I think this is the correct shot. I bet you I miss it is what happens. No, I make it. How do I not? I guess the 15-13 I should be taking here. Yeah, looks like I'm looking at it. So I'll go 9. What is that? 12 ball to... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had talked to him about that. I'm actually pretty proud of that shot. I told him I was going to hit that bottom ball with tops and break out that combo there, because I probably didn't need to break it out. I probably could have just played it, but yeah, I told Ken I wanted to shoot that shot. I was pretty proud of that shot, to be honest. It's just like straight tops, no right or left, anything like that. I just have a nice angle, let it hit the ball, kind of slide out, and then let the tops kind of carry it through and curve over and bump those other two balls. Looks like I got the crack problem dealt with a little bit. Oh, and you know what? The funny thing I said is on this shot, I just got to make sure I don't get behind the 8, and look where I wind up. That's is it Harvey Penick's little red book that's in? It's one of those things when you're trying to hit over the water in golf. If you pick a spot on the green and tell yourself where you want to land it, much more likely to do it rather than think, I need to get over the water here. Your brain doesn't sort out the do's and don'ts. It just does what you picture. So if you're thinking, don't put it in the water, don't put it in the water, don't put it in the water, that ball is almost guaranteed to go in the water. And same thing in pool. If you're thinking something like, I just got to make sure I don't roll behind the 8. Make sure I don't roll behind the 8. What your brain hears is roll behind the 8. You've got to picture what you want to do, not what you don't want to do. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Ken shot 1 in the... Oh, yeah, that's a smart shot. Gotta play safe there. I think he gave me... I think I actually have enough here to make it if I just kind of aim at the 7 there, swerve it in, let it spin off the rail and hit the 9, but I hit it poorly. Yeah, way too much speed there. My cue angle was slightly off, so if I had lifted my cue up a little bit there, got the cue ball to move a little bit slower, it would have had a little bit of time to turn. I just did not execute that well. It's a difficult shot, but that's something I'm usually pretty comfortable with. Just kind of jammed that one a little, made it go a little bit too quick. Didn't give it time to curve that tiny bit I needed. And also at that speed, it's going to come sharper off the angle. You really want to hit the angle soft when you're trying to kind of masse into a kick there. And Yeah, I just hammered into that rail and bounced directly off. Did not give the English any chance at all to take off the rail there. Alright, I think he's probably 3 on the side here. That 7 still sitting slightly funny for him. And he takes ball in hand there, yeah. Oh, he plays another safety. Okay. This one, yeah, what am I going to do here? Just looking at it now, I think, since I'm confident, yeah, okay. 2 rails bridging over the 6, yeah, this is the correct choice, I think. Yeah, hit it bad. Yeah, see, the being jacked up over the 6 there is what really got me. I typically would like to hit 2 rails, contact that 9, and then just kind of have the cue ball die there. But having to bridge over the 6 there made it a lot more difficult. I could have just played the 1 rail towards the 7, kind of between the or towards the 9 between the 7 and the rail there, guaranteed the hit. But that's just giving up on the rack. I'm going to bump my ball, move it down towards the pocket, and then he's going to have an easy out. So the way I hit the 2 railer, I didn't really give myself a chance, but if I had hit it soft and kind of just tapped the 9 there, I would have had a much higher chance of returning to the table. And there's Cure the Wonder Dog, tail wagging. Need some quick pets. There we go, come on over, distract Ken a little for me. Oof, not sure what he's trying here. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I have no idea what's going on. Why is he not shooting a 5 here? So he's going to try and sneak that 7 side. That's a good shot if he makes it, but I don't think he has to take that shot. Oof. And then now I'm bridging over the 8. He's giving me this game. What do I do here? Where is my brain on this? Tell me I'm not trying to bank it. I just saw myself point at that corner. It's a little bit tough with a 4 there because I gotta hit his speed to go across the table and back. Hit it nice. A little bit on the rail here with the 8, but I should be able to handle that. Take an extra second. No, get down, stroke, double speed strokes. That's a guaranteed miss. Yep. That's what happens when you've been slapping them in. You can't slap them all. That was an easy ball I should have made, put me on the hill, but instead I gave this game to Ken. And I imagine he goes 6-5-4-1. Drop back a touch here. Ooh, it's a little bit funny on the 5. No, it looks like the 5's sitting high. You can just roll straight forward there. And there's the counter getting away just a bit. Not too bad though. Yeah, it gets perfect on the 4 there. Pop that guy in. Get yourself a touch off the rail. There you go, yeah, give yourself a lot of room with that pocket there. Simple stop shot, 8 ball in the corner, game over. Perfect. And I just give him that 8 ball. Ken's not going to miss that. 7-6 on the game 14. Alright, he played kind of that, a little bit of that soft break. It's kind of hitting at medium. You notice though that one ball's going to the same spot every time. I don't know. Well, I think this shot's easy for Ken. I think he just chips that in there, especially with the big pocket. Chips that in there, probably goes across and back and shoots the 2 between the 5 and the 3 maybe. Oh yeah, I hit it nice and firm and move the 5 a little, and yeah, good shot on the 2 here. I can probably just play that with straight tops and shoot in the corner if it comes out a little far, maybe the side. Yeah. Just back it up a little for the 4, get a good angle. Make sure you can slide over for the 5, or even just stop it, shoot the 5 in the corner. Or maybe roll forward just a little bit to get yourself a nice angle to slide over the 7 off the 5. Yeah. Ooh, I ended up with a little bit of bad angle here. Trying to remember, he might bank this to hold the cue ball. And give himself a nice angle to get on the 7. Oh, he's looking at the corner now. I think he's just looking at the path of cue ball. So, I think he's spinning it with inside. Bottom rail, back out left side. Yeah. There we go. Ends up nice and straight on the 5. Yeah, there you go. And I think he's got a perfect angle just to follow it, bounce off the rail, come back across for the 7. But he's going to have to hit a nice stroke to get from the 7 to the 8 there. And again, with that counter, can just make it a little bit funky when you're frozen to rail. You can see how his body's just a little awkward there. And good stroke, good shot, good angle on the 7 here. He can try and draw that straight back. He can force it with rights. There's all sorts of things he can do. Top it through even if he wants. Let's see what he does. Yeah, I think he just goes straight bottom here. Tries to bang it off the rail, get below this. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah. Ooh, couldn't see the cue ball there. Does that back cut go? He doesn't want to give me this game. He might play the 2 railer here. Just a kind of Z stroke on the 8 ball. Put the 8 ball on the bottom rail. I wouldn't feel too confident in that cut and letting the cue ball go. Oh yeah. I made fun of him earlier for marking where the cue ball was going with chalk, even though he actually didn't do it. Yeah, that's a smart shot. I think in game 1 or 2, maybe game 3 it was, he had chalked his cue, put the cue down, or put the chalk down, and as soon as he put it down, I'm standing over there watching where he put it down, and I'm like, that's exactly where the cue ball is going to hit off the rail. So I just waited for him to shoot that shot, and then as soon as he shot it, went in, and I said, foul, marking the table with the chalk, and we both had a good laugh. Obviously, I wasn't serious about it. He didn't even realize that he had put the chalk there. And yeah, there, Ken's just getting a good stroke there. Really good shot, really good stroke. Just confident, fired her down the rail. Same thing with the 9 here, I bet. Yeah. All right, he ties it up, 7-7. Let's see where we get here. Ooh. makes the ball under the 1, no problem. Brings the cue ball down, trying to get shape on that 1, but with the 10 ball rack, 1's not quite going to the same spot. You see me ripping out that kind of table protector circle there. It's under the 3. With a push here, I think I just give it back to him. I don't really see. I mean, I could just play the cue ball off the side of the 1 and try and get behind the 10 there. Hopefully the cue ball rolls behind the 6. But I think I'd rather just give it back to him, let him try that. Yeah, looks like that's what he tried. Well, I think that's actually what he tried, was exactly what happened there, chipping off the side of the 1, move the cue ball across. I think he hit the 2 on purpose there. Yeah, and again, that's just one of those shots where it's going to be a hard shot, but you should just take a little bit more time there. On that shot, I could have I hit dead square on the 1, but it might have been better to take a minute and try and hit either the left side or the right side off that kick and get a little bit more separation. Ken makes this 1 ball all the time. The cue ball is a little bit tough here though, but the way he stroked the 9 and the 10 or the 8 and the 9 on the last rack, I imagine just strokes this in with tops firm and comes off the rail. Or maybe he plays to short side of the 2. Or maybe he just lets it hit the 6 error and then hopefully come below the side pocket and bounce out for the 2 ball off the right hand rail there. Well, I can tell you the 1's going to go in. Oh, no. He tried to force it and did not get very lucky. But he tied up the 4 ball in the process, which is going to make things difficult for me. I could try with straight tops here, hammering that 2 in, but like the amount of tops you get changes how much curve you're going to get, how much is going to come off the rail. And instead, I decide to play that shot. Not horrible, but not great. I should be able to kick this in. Yeah, and then I got this tough shot on the 4. I think I try and get below the 7 and the 8 there, but I forget how I get punished here. Oh yeah, just didn't quite hit it thick enough to get the angle off the rail I needed to put below the 7 and the 8. Bit of a risky shot anyway, his scratch is pretty big there. Yeah, he's bridging over the 7 here, but should just be able to hit it with straight tops, shoot the 5 in the bottom corner or the side pocket. I like the bottom right corner, let you stroke the ball a little more. And Ken prefers the side pocket. Angle really doesn't matter too much based on where the 6 is sitting. He can leave himself long. He's got the 6 to the 7 no matter what happens here. And 7 to 8 sitting pretty easy as well. Good stroke there, just nice firm stroke, confident. Just pocket this, top shot, slide into the center of the top half of the table there. Hopefully have a nice angle on the 7, just slide over to the 8. Oh, looks like he slid through a little bit, again, no problem. Straight tops here, he could even force it around 3 rails if he wants, then he's going straight tops. Yeah, ooh, came out a little funny for this 8 there. Not enough tops on there, but obviously going to be just fine. Imagine he's kind of forcing this. Oh, I'm just going to play it with bottoms back out to the center. Yeah, it's just fine. And I gave him that one. Now he is really regretting that game. Couple games I gave him. Well, a few of them. But see what he does here. Looks like he's got a nice shot on the 1. Well, not a nice shot, kind of long and straight, but or maybe shooting the 9 here, possibly. I think the 1's, well, that 5 ball is not sitting exactly pretty, and the 4 ball is not perfect either. Back cut on the 9 would bump that 12 ball out. I think he just goes for the 1 or the 7 maybe? The 1 ball catches the knuckle, nice shot. Gets the pretty good angle on the 6 here. Should give him a good angle on the 7. Slide down for the 4. And then I guess 5 in the top right corner. I think you can just roll forward here off the rail back out for this. Ooh, move the 5 ball. Ooh, I guess he has a good shot on this 4 and bump the 5 out here. Or maybe he just plays safe. Not sure what he's planning here. And the 7 goes on the side, but then he's got nothing on the 4-5. I think he's just going for the 4-5 here. And I think the 5 might even be a helper there. But I think with him on the hill, he might not want to risk much here. Yeah, I think he's just going to play safe. Okay, and yeah, just... Alright. Gave me a shot at the... What is that? The 14 down there. Yeah, that 11 and 15 are just so bad. So, what do I knock in the 10? See, I don't really want to make many balls here if I can't see the out. My 12's kind of got his 5 and his 4 tied up, so I'd like him to make his 7 ball. I think what I'm going to do is leave him his 7 ball here. With an angle to kind of try and kick at the 5 and 4, kind of tempt him a little. Maybe not that shot, but next shot, I think that would be my plan, is to leave him somewhat decent on the 7 with an angle to get to the 4-5, so he at least attempts to take the risk. Yeah, what do I bump the 11 away from the 15 ball here, maybe? I think it'd be a mistake to do anything to break up those balls. I might do that. Yeah, just give him a... There we go. That's basically what I was trying to do. I wanted him to have the 7 where he was kind of tempted to shoot it with an angle to break out the 4-5, but I have the 11 and the 15 there kind of protecting. He's got to hit it real perfect to get on both balls and be able to get out. So I don't know if it's the best plan in the world, but if he makes the 7, I'll be able to hopefully bump my balls, play safe, and force him to break out that 12 for me. But we'll see here. Yeah, he just tries to get right there so he can make the 4, move the 5. And he thinks he can make the 5 in the same pocket. Alright. He's trying to get the cue ball just below the 9. Now he does have a nice angle to be able to do that. It is for the win, so he's definitely taking his time here. Something I would never do, but is much, much smarter than what I would do. Alright, let's see. Okay, and he ends up in the pocket, but not did not scratch. And then so now he's got to shoot at the 4 and get lucky on the 5 here. Okay. Oh yeah, that worked out perfectly. I didn't think he had the angle to skim off the 5 like that. I thought it would be a more full hit, but I guess it was a pretty full hit, and the 12 kind of stopped it there. He ended up perfect anyways, 5 in the side. And I imagine he makes this no problem. Yeah, just bump the 15. Yeah, that's a nice way of playing it. Guarantee the shot there. Alright, see what he does with the 8. Perfect. Ken wins the race to 9. 9-7. Well played, Ken. Thanks for watching, and I guess like and subscribe.